deuces, and aces, in clubs, hearts, and spades. You have the advantage if you recall what's been played on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. I thank you, and welcome to Card Sharks. Thanks for having you. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. And speaking of welcoming, some delightful welcoming to do, we want to welcome the nice people from WUTV in Buffalo, New York, to the Card Sharks lineup, and KXGN in Glendive, Montana. Thank you both for joining us. Hope you're going to enjoy our stay. And we would like to thank for the opening poem, Ed Lynn III of Baltimore, Maryland, watching on WRC TV Channel 4. Thanks, Ed. Now let's open the board and get to those cards. Go ahead. Janice and Lois will load them in. Here come our Card Sharks. Alan Newman, our champion. Hi, Alan. Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm fine. Won't you again remind us about you, sir?
Well, my name is Alan Newman. I'm an ex-social worker, now a medical marketing representative for a large medical firm.
And you're getting ready to go back to medical school?
I sure am.
And on our last show, Alan got a little head start with the tuition with $4,000 in cash for one game of Card Sharks. Our challenger, Debbie Whitman. Hi, Debbie.
Hello there.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
And again, a reminder about you.
I'm Debbie Whitman. I'm from New York City, where I work at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in the Social Events Department as a secretary.
And on our last show, you got a head start winning your first $100 in our best 2 out of 3 match. Debbie won game number 1. You both cut the cards to start today.
We sure did.
Let's pick up where we left off. We're about to start game 2. As I say, Debbie has the first game. We've dealt out the same 2 decks of cards with the next cards off the top of the deck. Starting game 2 with a question to Debbie. Now, this has been in the news lately, so we asked 100 Sunday school teachers, should the theory of evolution, which says that man is descended from the apes, be taught in public schools? How many Sunday school teachers think the theory of evolution should be taught in the schools?
Well, for Sunday school teachers, I believe they think that only one way should be taught. My mother was a teacher, and she believed that both ways should be taught in the schools. But Sunday school teachers, I would say, would be very low. I would say about 35.
35 out of 100 Sunday school teachers think the theory of evolution should be taught.
I don't think we're going to be anywhere close here. I think Sunday school teachers feel there's one way that we've been created, and that's the way that should be taught. So I say that's going to be higher.
Now, how many think that the theory of evolution should be taught?
Sunday school teachers think that
That the
should be
theory of evolution that says that man
higher,
is descended from the
absolutely.
apes, you think more feel that that's the way it should be taught?
Oh, no, lower. Evolution, no, lower.
Oh, it sounded like that's where your thinking was going, Alan.
I'm not ready for med school, I don't think.
Okay. It sounded like that's where your thinking
Even lower
was.
than the
We don't
35.
want to misinterpret your answer. I don't know whether you're right or not, but
Thanks
we don't
for
want
the
to
help,
misinterpret. 35 and well, you may not thank me. I don't know what the answer is. If it's lower, you'll play the cards. If not, it'll be Debbie with hers. Hit the answer on the head, a $500 bonus. The actual number of Sunday school teachers who think the theory of evolution should be taught in the schools is 27. You're right, Alan. It's lower. Yeah. Well, it paid off having that explained for Alan because he starts off this game with a 6.
Oh, let's change that card.
You win the question, and you can change the base card. A 7 near the middle.
Well, let's take a crack and go higher.
Higher than a 7.
Yeah,
It's a queen.
lower.
Lower than a queen. A 5.
Freeze.
We'll move over the freeze bar to protect that position. We can't take him back any further than that. Alan needs 2 cards to complete the run and the game to tie things up. Alan, we asked 100 psychiatrists. Do most men who have vasectomies end up regretting their decision later on? How many psychiatrists said that most men who have vasectomies do end up regretting their decision?
I don't think too many men will regret that decision. I think, if anything, it gives them a greater feeling of freedom. So I'm going to say that number's pretty low. I'm going to say about 29.
29 out of 100 psychiatrists feel that way,
I don't
Debbie.
know about freedom, but I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
A little higher. The actual number of psychiatrists who said most men who have vasectomies end up regretting their decision is 21. Not higher, a little lower. Alan is absolutely right.
We got to change that card.
Now again, getting that control, the option to change, that does not pay off with a 9.
Well, let's try lower.
Lower than a 9.
Yes,
a 4.
higher.
This game could tie things up if it's higher. It is. That's the game and ties up the match, and we'll have the tiebreaker coming at you with just 3 cards and 3 questions right after this. We have a tie. Each player with 1 game and $100. We've set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here. Good match comes right down to the wire. As we left off, the question to you, Debbie. Debbie, we asked 100 people from all across the country, is it wrong for American businessmen to invest in communist countries? How many people think it is wrong for American businessmen to invest in communist countries?
I know my family thinks it is very wrong, so I'm going to have to say that's a pretty medium number, though, because other people have different feelings. So I'm going to say it's about 64.
64. She started to say high, low, and in the middle, all in the same word, but she finally came out with 64 out of 100 feel it's wrong.
I think there's some very strong sentiment in this country right now. I'm going to say it's even a little higher than that.
Even higher than that? From a lot of agreement from the audience. The actual number of people who think it is wrong for American businessmen to invest in communist countries is 71. You're right, Alan. It is even higher than that.
Right.
And the tiebreaker with 3 cards, Alan starts first. A 2.
Higher!
Higher than the 2. A queen. For the championship, is it lower? Yes! Alan got control and it paid off with the title. Debbie, we have to say goodbye.
Thank you.
Much good fortune, and say hello to the people back at the museum.
Will do.
And you've got $100 in cash and some nice party.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Debbie Whitman. Alan Newman, come on down with me, sir. Congratulations again. And another $200 gets you up to $4,200. And if you've cut those cards, have you?
I sure have.
We're going to try to add to that total right now. As soon as it stops, let's get over and play those money cards. Come on, Alan. Here we go. Watch yourself hopping up there. Janice and Lois will start dealing them out. And for any new viewers, let me add that we'll give you $200 of new money. 3 cards on the bottom line to bet as you will. Up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money with 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half. Now, here you're on your own, so if you get a double, you don't lose. We'll carry it over for you. Good luck. Here's $200. And, of course, you can change the base card on each level. Alan, you did well the last time. Let's see if you can do even better this time. 200 and... a jack.
Oh, that's a good card. 150 lower.
Oh, he likes that jack. $150 worth. Is it lower? Yes,
Yeah.
with a 7.
Oh.
350 and a 7.
It's a middle card. I'm going to say $50 lower.
Little against the odds. He's got a feeling. $50 lower. Nope. Could have stayed with the odds. Down to 300. Now you're on the other side of the 8 with a 9.
I'm going to say $50 again, lower.
$50 lower than the 9. Oh, but an ace for $50 is a great
take
trade because we're going to give you another 200 when we move it up. 450 and an ace.
All of it lower.
This will be $900 if it's lower. Yes, and a 2.
All of it higher.
$1,800 if this is higher. And an ace.
All of it lower.
$3,600 if it's lower. Yes, for the jack. Now, wow, ace, deuce, ace, $3,600. Big decision with a jack. Do you want to play it?
No, I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to say 900 lower.
Got to bet at least half on this. You've got 3,600. You must bet at least 1,800. Now, does that change your decision about playing?
1,800 lower.
He's going to play the jack, and he's
Sure,
going to
let's go
play at
for it.
half. $1,800. Is it lower than a jack? Yes! $5,400. Oh, that ace, deuce, ace really set that up beautiful. Alan Newman trying to make some money for medical school with 2 games, $9,600. We'll be back with a new challenger after this. Okay, Alan. Janice is dealing out 2 brand new decks of cards. Here comes a new challenger on Card Charts. Hello, Ann Carroll. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Won't you tell us about you?
My name is Ann Carroll Peterson Darger. I live in Boise, Idaho. I have 3 children. I am married. And I'm the only member of my graduating class at Wellesley College to have chosen a full-time career at home as a wife and mother.
Oh, yeah. Wellesley, they don't do that, huh?
Not much.
No? How did you get along to Ann Carroll Peterson Darger?
I was born with 3 and married 1.
Okay. That's enough, huh? 4?
4 is plenty.
Nice to have you here, Ann Carroll.
Thank you.
You cut the cards?
Yes, I have.
Then here we go. We start the match. Best 2 out of 3, as always, with a question to Alan. Alan, our man on the street, went to a small city in Japan where he asked 100 single women, if your fiancé asked you to live with him before marriage, would you do with it? Would you do it? How many Japanese, or what would you do with it? I don't know. Is that a Freudian slip? Is that what that is? How many Japanese women would agree to live with their fiancé before marrying him?
I think even though things have changed pretty much in the Western culture, in Japan things are still much more geared toward family and culture. I'm going to say that's a pretty low number. I'm going to say about 20.
20 out of 100 Japanese women would live with their fiancé before marriage, Aunt Carol.
I agree with Alan that Japan is still a very traditional culture, but I think that number is going to be a little bit higher.
A little higher. The actual number of Japanese women who would live with their fiancé before marrying him is 0. Not 1. Alan's got it. Not 1. Times had not changed as much as you thought, Aunt Carol, and Alan starts off with a king.
Wow, that's super lower.
Lower than a king, a jack.
Lower again.
Lifting it lower, a 6.
Freeze.
And with a freeze to protect him, Alan cannot go back any further. He needs 2 cards for the game. He's got. You should be an umpire. Freeze. Aunt Carol, your first question. We surveyed 100 women who are construction workers. Any women construction workers from Wellesley?
No, but my sister-in-law works construction.
Oh, okay. We might know something about it. Women who are construction workers. We asked them, have you ever taken on a really tough job just to get the guys at work to accept you? How many women construction workers have taken on a tough job just to impress the men they work with?
I think women in construction are anxious to prove themselves that they can do the job, and so I would guess that's a relatively high number. I'm going to say 62.
62 out of 100 have done that, Alan.
I think she's right, and I'm going to go against the audience this time and say just a little bit lower.
Little lower than that.
Little bit
Not
lower.
quite that many. The actual number of women construction workers who have taken on a tough job just to impress the men they work with is 44. A little lower. Alan is right.
Change that
They
card,
wanted to be
please.
accepted without doing that. And Alan can now change the 6, a 7.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 7. A 10.
Let's go lower.
If it's lower, Alan has the first
Let's
game of
go
the
for
match.
it. Yeah.
Alan got control twice, and right away he has game number 1. So we'll clear the board, set up for game 2. Same 2 decks of cards with the next cards off the top of the deck. And start game 2 with you, Alan. Alan, we found 100 men who are paying alimony to their ex-wife. And we asked them, do you think the divorce laws in this country are unfair to men? How many men who are paying alimony think the divorce laws are unfair to men?
I think in this case, whether they're fair or not, the sour grape syndrome goes into effect. And I think many of them do. So I'm going to say it's a pretty high number. I say about 67.
67 out of 100 feel they are unfair, Aunt Carol.
Men don't like to pay money to somebody they don't like anymore. I think it's going to be a little higher.
Even higher than that? The actual number of men who are paying alimony who think divorce laws are unfair to men is 87. It's a lot higher. And Carol has it. It was a lot higher. And she starts with a 5.
Okay. I'm going to keep that card and I'm going to go higher.
She was tempted to change it. Is she right playing it? Yes, with a 6.
All right, I'm going to freeze with a 6.
Taking a 1-card advantage, keeping Alan away. Oh, the audience wanted you to go on there, Ann.
Easy for you to say.
And Carol, we asked 100 senior citizen men, do you think young couples in your day were better parents than young couples are today? How many senior citizen men do think young couples back in their day were better parents?
I think that it would be easy for senior citizens to regard parenting now as being far more permissive than it was in their day, and as that permissiveness is not being good parenting. So I think that's going to be a high number. I'm going to say 61.
61 out of 100.
Oh, I'm in concurrence, but I think it's even going to be higher than that.
Higher than
I
that?
constantly hear that, oh, we're too permissive and so forth and so on. It's higher.
Permissive seems to be the key word you're both
Yeah.
talking
Keyword.
about there. 61 and higher. The actual number of senior citizen men who think young couples in their day were better parents is 76. It is even higher. Much higher. Alan, let's see what you have in game 2, starting with a 5.
Let's change it.
And Aunt Carol wanted to play her 5. Alan wants to change his.
Oh.
A 6.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 6.
Yes!
An 8.
Oh, let's freeze it.
Now as we freeze it, both players protected, needing 3 cards. And question 3 in game 2 will be coming at you in a moment after this. I must tell you a little gamesmanship going on here. Ann Carroll was saying to Alan, you have enough now to get yourself started in medical school. Now I want to work on my living room furniture, right?
That's right.
So that's enough out of him, she said. Well, let's see if he's going to go for that. We're in the middle of game 2. Alan has won game 1. Looking at the board, he has an 8 up the middle, needing 3 cards. And a little better base card with a 6, also needs 3. It is question 3 to Alan. And we found 100 women who discovered their husband was having an affair. And we asked them, when you found out about the affair, did you want to know all the details? How many women said yes, they did want to know all the details of their husband's affair?
Even though it's painful to know the truth, everybody has that curiosity cooked up. I think that's going to be a super high number. I'm going to say 81.
81 out of 100 would like to know. And
Being
Carol.
a woman, as agonizing as that would be, I would really want to know all of the gruesome details. Did you say 81?
81.
I'm going to say just a little bit lower.
No, you think he just went too high?
Yes.
Now, it's funny, my immediate reaction, and I don't know the answer, would have been to go low, that they wouldn't want to know about it. You both seem to think they'll go the other way. So we're really at opposite ends of the poll, and if you at home have made a decision, we'll find out who's right, 81 and lower. The actual number of women who did want to know all the details of their husband's affair is 58. And Carol is right. I'm not sure if I'm right. That's not that low a number. I thought it might be lower than that. And Carol, you've got a 6.
I'd like to change it.
Trying to improve the 6, winning the question. Yes, a 2.
Yes! Higher!
Higher than a 2, a 10.
Lower!
Risking it lower, a 2. This could tie up the match if it's higher, and it is. And Carol got control and won game 2. We've got a tie now. Each player, one game, $100. We clear the board, set up for the tiebreaker, right down to the wire. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here. And Carol, we found 100 women who have gone on a diet and lost 100 pounds or more.
Good grief.
And we asked them, yeah, good grief. We asked them, which is harder, taking weight off or keeping it off? How many formerly fat women said keeping weight off is harder?
Keeping weight off. I think that that's going to be a medium number. I think it'll be surprisingly high, in the sense that it's easy to diet. You've got all your rules, and when you're trying to maintain your weight, you start thinking, gee, maybe I could have an ice cream cone this time. So I'm going to say 37.
37 out of 100 said keeping the weight off is harder.
Much higher. It's much more difficult to do the maintenance than it is to do the actual structure of taking it off.
You say higher?
Higher.
The actual number of formerly fat women who said keeping weight off is harder is 70. You're right, Alan. The maintenance is harder. Alan starts off the tiebreaker with a 10.
Let's change it.
Can he improve it? He needs only 3 cards.
Yes,
The king is much
lower.
better. Lower than the king. A 7 near
Let's
the middle.
go higher.
He's got to risk it for the championship. Higher. No. Took a chance that did not pay off, and Ann Carroll gets a free chance at a 9.
Lower!
Lower than the 9. Yes, a 5.
Higher!
Can she do it with the last card? Yes. And Carroll wins it. And the luck of the cards when it counted. Alan Newman, a great stay, $9,700. Good luck in medical school.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. And Carol, hop off here with me. Everybody's running. See, they want to give you a chance to go for the big money before time runs out. Did you cut the money card?
I did.
Then we're going to get to it right now. You've got $200. All the machinery is moving, as we all found out. Let's get over and play them. Be careful there. Here we go. The only Wellesley graduate who's at home, and she wants the furniture for the living room.
Right.
You know how to do it, of course. There
Yes.
is a total up there, if you were to go double, double, double all the way to the top, of $28,800. I'd love to see you do. Boy, you could buy a lot of furniture with that.
A lot of furniture.
Here we go. Here's $200. And you can change the base card, of course, if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start Ann Carroll off with 200 and a 4.
I'm going to keep that card and bet $150 higher.
$150 that this card is higher. And, oh, an ace!
I'm going to bet all of it lower.
Trying for $700 lower. Yes, and a king!
I'm going to bet $650 lower.
650 lower than a king. Yes! Great job on this level with $1350. Up goes the 7. We'll give you the other 200. $1550.
I would like to change it.
Yes, you can.
May
You wanna
I change it?
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you were asking me, could you? Yes, you can change it. And a great choice for another ace.
I want to bet all of it lower.
Trying to double 1550 again. Yes, it's still a good card with 3,100 and a queen.
I want to bet $2,000 lower.
$2,000 lower than a queen. Yes, with a 9. 2 to go. You're already at 5,100. You have a 9 now. Be careful.
I'm going to bet $300 lower.
$300. We haven't seen a low card since the beginning. Let's see one right now. Lower. Oh, no. All right, you still have great money. You've got $4,800. We move up to 10. Do you want it?
I want to change it.
This is a very big change because you've got 4,800 for the big bet. Ooh. Near the middle with a 7, you've got to bet at least $2,400. Big decision. We've seen a lot of big cards, but you're on the low side of the 8. What are you going to do?
I'm going to bet half of it.
Tough decision.
I'm going to bet half of it lower.
It really is tough because we've only seen the one low card. You're on the south side of the 7, so you're going against the odds, but going with the cards you've seen. $2,400. Is it lower? No. You were in a tough spot.
I can still get a couch.
Yeah, that's right. With 2,400, 200 in the game, 2,600, you can still get the couch. You had a very tough decision to make there. That was a tough card. But $2,600 is not bad for Ann Carol Peterson-Darger. We'll be right back after this.
A ruckus is exploding garbage cans, toilet paper.
Again, we're delighted to welcome our friends from Buffalo, New York and Glendive, Montana. See you all next time on Card Sharks.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Olympia's Report electric typewriter. Combines the versatility of a portable typewriter with the speed and comfort of an electric model. Furnished by Olympia USA. And some of our contestants will receive a selection of leisure books featuring Monte Carlo by Dorothy Daniels, sizzling romance and danger combined in a city teeming with high rollers. A calculator and step saver, ideal for no wax floors too because it cleans without dulling, shines without buildup. A sewing kit and cord control kit by Velcro. Hold electrical cords neatly and safely out of the way. Help solve home fastening problems with an assortment of Velcro household products. A cosmetic bag and Nestle Egyptian Henna for beautiful hair. Deep conditioning improves texture and body. Nestle Egyptian Henna, nature's way to beautiful hair. 4 gallons of super scrubbable True Test Easy Care latex flat wall and trim finished for both walls and woodwork. Sold only by True Value Hardware stores. A tennis tote and Dixie's new floral design bathroom cups. A beautiful way to make your bathroom more sanitary. Dixie helps you do more for the people you care for. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.